Hi parents and students, welcome back to our channel. This is teacher Donnie from Kangaroo Study. On last Saturday, we had a seminar about P4 learning from a PSLE perspective. In this video today, I'm going to highlight on one of the problem that we have outlined, which is the word problem. So here's the topic for today, mastering word problems in P4 learning. Let's dive into it. First, what are word problems? Let's quickly define them. They are questions designed based on everyday life. They are mathematical problems that could happen in daily situations. Students need to make use of information from the question to find solutions. Here are some examples of word problems. They are taken from the Primary 4 end of year exam papers. The first question from Tao Nan, it talks about chicken and rabbit problem. The second example also from the same paper but talking about quantified sum and difference problem. The last question, you can see some fractions. It obviously tests students on fractions model. This question is from Henry Park. So for all these three questions, the types of questions, the types of problems, we'll discuss in details in the later part. Okay, but now let's just look at these questions. Among them, what is in common? Okay, there are a lot of words. Clear instructions are not given. Direct instructions, I mean, as in 3 times 8 minus 4. This is not the type of question. So students need to read through the question, extract information, decide the method, and solve the problem. Okay, so this involves a few steps. That's why word problems can be challenging. Here we want to identify the common issues in learning word problems among students. Many students will feel like when they see the question, they never seen the question before. Okay, why is it so? It's mostly due to a variety of question types tested. At P4 level alone, there are 8 types of questions, among which chicken and rabbit problem talks about 2 totals and 2 single values. Okay. An average problem talks about 2 averages before and after a situation occurred. So every problem has its own characteristics. Okay, so if students are not exposed to these types, they will feel like they've never seen before. Second situation, even they have done some practices, the question seems familiar but still not sure how to do. Okay, this is because the questions in a type can be tested in varying situations with different difficulty levels. Say chicken and rabbit problem. Now, here's level 1. You can see literally chickens and rabbits. Okay, signature question. Second level, no more chickens and rabbits, but it is still chicken and rabbit problem. It's just replaced by 10 cents and 50 cents. Okay, it still gives 2 totals, 2 single values. It's just that the situation has changed. Level 2. Moving on to the highest levels, no more objects. It is abstract shapes, triangles and stars. And it is not 2 totals. It is 1 total, 1 difference, 2 single values. This is an extended version of chicken and rabbit problem. So the varying situations means there are different difficulty levels and this can confuse the students. Here we have outlined the 2 situations. First, students never seen before. Secondly, questions seem familiar but not sure what to do. So the root issues for these 2 situations, let's see. Students never seen before is because they had incomplete learning. They are not exposed to all the types of problems. Secondly, it seems familiar but still not sure what to do is because they have shallow understanding. They might have attempted questions before but they did not fully understand. So they cannot apply in future. So for these issues, we want to tackle them, help students to solve problems so they can aim a higher marks. Right? So we are going to talk about how to overcome these issues. The first issue in complete learning, of course, we need to get students to do complete learning. And how exactly we are going to do? First, we need to identify all the types of problems tested. And for each problem, there are related characteristics and methods to use. And not just that, each problem could be branched out into different conditions. Students are to go through all these conditions for complete learning. Now, complete, and we need to go in depth to get full understanding. How exactly we are going to do that? Okay, this is a guideline for students. To learn in depth, first, they need to learn the fundamental principles of each problem type. Say, excess and shortage problem. Okay, it can be branched out into 5 different conditions. Okay, let's take one condition, one excess, one shortage as example. There's a pile of money with unknown value. There's an unknown number of people. 2 situations are given. In the first situation, each person gets $2 and there would be $12 left untaken. This is an excess. In the second situation, each person takes $5. There will still be a $15 needed. So this is a shortage. Together, we can see 1 excess, 1 shortage. So the question asks, how many people are there? Now, we need to start with an hypothesis. Let's say in first condition, everyone has $2. To match the second condition, everyone still needs an extra $3. Is because 5 minus 2, 3. Okay, so where everyone is going to get the $3 from is the $12 excess, right? But we know that this is not enough. We need a further $15. So in total, $27 are needed. We call this total difference. And the difference between each person in the 2 cases, we call it a single difference. The single difference here is $3. So to find the number of people, we can simply take $27 divided by $3. That would be total difference divided by single difference. So through the process of visual representations, students can learn the fundamental principles. Okay, and for each conditions, double excess, double shortage, just enough 1 excess, just enough 1 shortage, they will explore also the fundamental principles so they can get the full understanding in the big picture. Okay, so after students learn the fundamental principles, they need to be challenged with questions of different difficulties. Say, level 1, easy one, is the signature 1 excess, 1 shortage. Simple, okay, straightforward. Second level, extra conditions is included. 24 chairs are added. This is a difference. So students need to adapt the method, okay? And at the highest difficulty level, excess is given, but in the form of mixture. Okay, the number of items and amount of money is included. So this is an extended version of excess shortage problem. So to fully for full mastery of the fundamental principles, students need to be challenged with progressive difficulty practice. This is not the end yet. For complete and in-depth learning, student needs to conclude each question with a model. Okay, what is a model? It's made of characteristics and method. Say, when students do question, they try to find characteristics. When they see 2 totals, 2 single values, oh, they know this is a chicken and rabbit problem, and the method is assumption and adjustments. So this is how a model works. After student learns the model, they can quickly identify characteristics and decide the method to be used. Okay, so this is how students can learn in depth. Okay, first, learning the fundamental principles. Secondly, apply the principles by attempting difficult questions. And finally, conclude questions with models. So this is a guideline on how to overcome issues in learning word problems. And let me share a little bit about what we are doing at Kangaroo Study. This is our P4 Math curriculum, the structure. Here we have included 8 main types of problem alongside with 4 types in P5 and 6 level for early exposure. But don't be worried, we have spread out the topics so students can learn at a reasonable pace. This is for complete learning, and for learning in depth, in our lessons we break down the problems into specific conditions so students can explore and learn the fundamental principles. After learning these principles, they attempt questions with progressive difficulty, okay, to exercise their knowledge. And finally, we conclude each question with a model so students have better memory about these problems. Okay, so this is what we are doing at our curriculum, right? I hope today's sharing give you insights that is helpful to plan your children's studies, right? Here we have a plan before the holiday classes. This is a short-term course for P3 year end. Okay, these are the details about the short-term course. It is an offline course conducted at our center. 2 topics are included in 2 separate lessons: sum and difference problem, excess and shortage problem. The timing is on 9 and 10 of November. They fall on a weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So the pricing wise, many of you know per lesson in our center it is $120. So at standard the price will be $240, but we are giving off a 50% discount. So the price will be $120 only for 2 lessons. And I'll be the course teacher, okay, who is the P4 Math teaching specialist of Kangaroo Study. Okay, so if you are really interested to sign up for the short-term course, please contact Teacher Meng by scanning the QR code on the left. And if you are not yet in our group, here's a QR code on the right. It leads you to the P3 to P4 Math Study group, where it is a platform. We do a lot of meaningful discussions about best methods to be used, okay, the concerns about study habits. So this is a meaningful platform where we can do a lot of conversations over academics. Okay, I hope today's sharing is insightful and helpful for you, and thank you for watching. See you again.